The Oppressor MK2 is known for griefing, but it's also the best vehicle in the game for making money. So for the duration of this video, I want you guys to forget about all of the griefers that use this vehicle and all of the bad memories that you've had in the past with the Oppressor MK2. I know a lot of you guys see the Oppressor MK2 as a griefing vehicle, but today I'm going to change your perspective so you could see it as a vehicle that will help you make millions. With that said, I hope you enjoy, and let's get into it. The first thing you need to know is how to fly it. Now, I made a video on this a very long time ago and you guys seem to really enjoy it, but I'm going to summarize exactly how to fly it properly in today's video as well. So obviously if you're going to make millions off of it, like I said, you need to know how to fly it. The first method is going to be flying it normally. You just hop on and take off. You can go pretty fast using that method. Another method is flying it normally, but you also go up and down, which increases your speed and decreases your speed when you're going down and when you're going up. Also another great method. The third method is by holding your handbrake in, and that will actually make the wings on the back of it go inside and it'll allow you to fly faster. This is another amazing method to use. Method number 4 is kind of strange, but pretty much what you want to do is hold the handbrake in just like in method number 3, and then just push the trigger down just enough so then the boost recharges while you're flying. This will allow you to continuously recharge your boost in the air so then you can continuously get a boost, which is awesome, and you stay at a pretty high speed. So now that you know the 4 methods, which one is the fastest? Well, let's take a look. So you guys can see each method is designated to one box on the screen, and pretty much whichever one of these methods to fly the Oppressor MK2 makes it to the end of the airport first is considered the better method, and you'll know that when that box disappears. So you guys can see method number 3 is just approaching, and then method number 4, method number 2, and then method number 1. I'm going to show you guys here again in slow motion to see the difference between these. Now, this was at a short distance. Now imagine using this to go a far distance from the bottom of the map to the top of the map. That will make a huge, significant difference in how much faster you're traveling while using this vehicle. So obviously flying it completely normal is a great way to get around because the Oppressor is obviously a great way to fly around the city. But if you take advantage of some things in game, you'll be able to get there much quicker, allowing you guys over time to make more and more money. So by using method number 3, where you hold in the handbrake by either clicking R1 on PlayStation or clicking the right bumper on Xbox, and I'm not 100% sure what it is on PC, it will allow you to fly much faster. And one thing you need to know about this, if you do hold that handbrake in, you will slowly notice that your Oppressor will start getting closer and closer to the ground. If you guys don't want that to happen, just pull your analog stick back a tiny bit so it is level to the ground and you'll never face that issue. Normally you fly 108 miles per hour on the Oppressor MK2, but by using this method you can get close to 130 miles per hour. So during long distance travel, this will have a huge effect, and like I said, you'll be able to make a lot more money because it'll speed time up traveling from point A to point B. So now we know that the Oppressor is fast, and now you guys know how to fly it the fastest. But there's another issue with the Oppressor MK2, and that's going to be it's hard to gain altitude sometimes, and it's also hard to reduce altitude. Now, it's not terrible compared to some other vehicles in the game, but there is one special feature that you could do with this vehicle, so that means you can actually gain and reduce your altitude a lot quicker. It's actually super simple. All you guys want to do is find any building and fly towards it, and while you're flying towards it, hold down your handbrake, I guess, and start driving up the side of the building. And if you initiate the rocket boost as well, you will literally just fly to the top in a matter of seconds. And in terms of reducing your altitude, it's the same thing. Just go up to the building and just go down. And then you guys are on the ground in a couple of seconds. And it's just kind of useful, because if you don't do this, then you have 2 options. Option number 1 is pretty obvious, just project where you're going to land from a distance away. If you guys are coming from across the map, it's pretty easy to land, just project where you want to land. Option number 2 is just jumping off the bike, which you can obviously do, but if you do that and you're high up, your bike will not be next to you, you'll have to re-request it in, and then it'll be really far away, which kind of sucks. And of course, there is also technically an option number 3, but it's really stupid because if you're stationary on the Oppressor and you click triangle, this thing will just slowly start to lose altitude in place and just kind of slowly fall out of the sky, which is really, really annoying. You'll be sitting there for a minute and a half. You can't jump off of it when it's not moving in the air, so that's really annoying. But this is just a little helpful thing that you guys can do to gain or reduce your altitude quickly. Now, in terms of making some money from the Oppressor MK2, the best thing you could do is terabyte missions and VIP/CEO work. They will net you a huge profit, especially with this vehicle. You can make over $400,000 per hour, and I've tested it before multiple times. It 100% works, and it's not hard to do at all. 4 missions you need to do, and you want to do them specifically in this order. First up, diamond shopping from the Terabyte. And once you go inside of there and start it up, make sure you bring your oppressor in there so you restock on some missiles. Once you complete that mission, you want to start up the mission Headhunter from your CEO work menu. Once you completed that, head back to your Terabyte, drive your oppressor inside so you can restock on missiles again just in case you need them, because you never want to run out in the worst possible time. I've done that before and it really sucks. And then once you're in there, you want to start up the next mission, which is going to be Robbery in Progress. Once you complete Robbery in Progress, you want to start up Sightseer from your CEO work menu. And then once you completed all 4 of them, you just want to rinse and repeat. And right when you're done Sightseer, you should be able to start up Headhunter immediately after that. Now, each of these missions can net you a huge profit. The CEO ones can net you about $21,000 to $25,000 from completing them, and the Terabyte missions will net you just around $33,000 to about $36,000 every time you complete them. And with the Oppressor Mark II, you can complete each of these in about 2 minutes to about 4 minutes. That's the times that I usually average completing them, and they're not really hard. Now, there's a full tutorial on how to do this, so you can complete each of those missions extremely fast. The link is down below in the description. Just the best routes to take, some things that you could skip through, like for instance in one of the missions it says you have to use the Terabyte to figure out where you need to go. You don't need to do that, you can just fly exactly to the location if you know where it is. So all of these helpful hints are in that video, so go check it out, it's the first link in the description. But yeah, CEO work and Terabyte missions are definitely the best way that you can make money with the Oppressor Mark II, because if you're making over $400,000 per hour, that's a pretty decent amount of money, and it's not even double money either. So imagine when VIP work is double money, that'll just net you an even bigger profit in the end. If you want skins and V-Bucks in Fortnite, want to become max level in Call of Duty, need money in GTA 5, or anything else for a ton of other games, check out Digizani down below in the description and get 10% off your order by using code Frolics at checkout. Also, another thing that the Oppressor Mark II is very, very good at is going to be business battles. Now, when I was doing business battles a little while ago, even during weekly events where they're double money, and they're double money a pretty decent amount of time, more than a lot of other things in GTA 5, you can easily collect all of the crates. And the one that I was doing, I did it so fast. Like, I literally drove into the hangar with the oppressor, went right into the tunnel, shot a bunch of rockets, killed all the guards, grabbed the duffel bag, hopped back on the oppressor, and drove it to my nightclub as fast as I possibly could. And it barely took any time for me to complete it, and I guarantee if anybody else tried to come and get the business battle goods, they wouldn't have been able to, because the Oppressor Mark II is really good at taking people out. Now, I feel that it's okay to actually kill people if you're doing something like this. If you guys are competing to get product and bring it back to your business first, it's perfectly fine. But if you see somebody driving around on the streets and you just shoot a missile at them, that's griefing. If you're competing to actually get product, that's not griefing, that's just playing the game. So if you see somebody in game and they're trying to get these business battle goods before you do, you can take them out. That's perfectly fine. And if they call you a griefer, then they're just stupid, because that's not what griefing is. But yeah, you can complete business battles extremely fast. The other one you can do as well, where you have to get like 8 different crates, and they're always in like a certain location where it's kind of hard to actually, you know, get the crates. It's super simple because the Oppressor Mark II is so small, you can fit in between little areas very, very fast, opposed to something like a helicopter or a jet. With a helicopter, you can do it as well, it's just going to take a little bit more time, harder to maneuver, and it takes a little while to actually get back in it and start it up and get in the air again. And with the jet, it just won't really work out for you. There's a very high chance of you destroying it. So with the Oppressor Mark II, it's just really useful. You'll be able to complete business battles very fast. Here is another test between the Sparrow and the Oppressor Mark II. I'm going to be standing next to the vehicles just like this, power them on, and race to this specific location, land, and then kick a wall, and then run back and get in the vehicle and get back to the top of the Maze Bank Tower. The reason why the Oppressor Mark II is so overpowered is because the time it takes to get in the vehicle is very low. You guys saw how much of a lead the Oppressor got compared to the Sparrow, and honestly any other vehicle in the game, because getting into a jet, getting into a Hydra, or a helicopter takes a couple of seconds. With the Oppressor Mark II, it doesn't. You're going to see here right now, this is when the Sparrow starts to actually catch up, because the Sparrow does have a much higher top speed, and the Sparrow is also another great vehicle that you can use to make a lot of money in GTA 5, but I think the Oppressor is still just a bit better. So you can see it caught up a lot here, but when it comes to landing as well, On the Oppressor, it's super simple. I did a great job landing with the Sparrow in practically the exact same spot, pretty much a perfect landing, but it takes time to get out, and then you gotta run there. Like I said, you gotta punch the wall, because that's what we were doing for this little test, and then getting back on the vehicle, the Oppressor just takes off. Now, I could have cut off some time. Instead of going around in a semicircle here, I could have just turned around, but I decided to do that instead. But you can see the Sparrow now has to restart all the way back up again, and it loses a ton of time by doing that. And you can see the Oppressor, like I said, is long gone by now, and there's no chance for the Sparrow to catch up, even though it does have a much higher top speed. And like I said earlier, you're gonna see in a couple of seconds here how simple it is to land the Oppressor Mark II compared to anything else. It's awesome. This thing lands so easily. Even when you're going top speed and you want to get back down to literally 0, it will land in a couple of seconds. The braking on it is amazing, which is another awesome point for the Oppressor Mark II. The Oppressor is also very simple to control. You really don't need to do too many things when you're flying it around, and especially if you're going to be shooting a lot of NPCs and targets with it, the Oppressor is great for that. You can easily aim at them really quickly, even without homing missiles. Compared to some other vehicles like helicopters, it might be a little bit harder. And you can see right here, I tried my best to land the Sparrow on the top of this roof, but it's really hard because it's a helicopter, and compared to the handling on the Oppressor, it's just not that great. Which is why I think the Oppressor Mark II is a great vehicle to use for practically anything, and it'll definitely help you make millions in GTA 5. The Oppressor Mark II is amazing, but there's a time and a place to actually use it. For instance, if you guys are doing the Cayo Perico heist preps, you're not going to want to use the Oppressor Mark II. You're going to want to use the Sparrow because it can be stored inside of the submarine, and ease of access, you can just get the Sparrow right away. Whenever you think about anything in GTA 5 and you're thinking about calling your Oppressor in, just think about this. Would it actually save you time to call it in? If it's a yes, which most of the time it would be, then that's great. For instance, like we're talking about, the Cayo Perico heist, would it be worth it for you guys to call the Oppressor Mark II in? Think. You leave your submarine, you take the Sparrow, fly back to land, and request your Oppressor in. Would that save you time? Obviously not. So then that's a no. I know all of you guys aren't rich in GTA 5, so let's say you don't have the Sparrow. So would it be worth it to call in the Oppressor Mark II now? You're starting up a Cayo Perico heist prep, you're inside your submarine. That means you have to drive your submarine back to shore, then you would call in your Oppressor. Would that save you time instead of, let's say, requesting in another helicopter or something like that? Definitely, it would save you a lot of time, because instead of requesting a helicopter, slowly getting into it and everything, like we just talked about with the Sparrow versus the Oppressor, it would definitely save you time to just request the Oppressor in and use it at that point. So yes, it would be worth it. But let's say you guys are on the street and you're calling in your Hydra. Would it save you time to just request your Oppressor Mark II and right next to you, go fly over to your Hydra and take the Hydra to destroy shipments or something like that? Then yes, it would be more useful. Compared to calling in a Sparrow, you'd have to get in it, boot it up, and everything like that. So there's a time and a place for when you actually want to use the vehicle. And most of the time, when you decide to use it, you won't regret it, because it's going to be very helpful. So the Oppressor Mark II is an amazing vehicle to use, and if you don't already own it, I would highly suggest buying it. And it's not just for griefing. Whenever I'm doing any kind of work in the game, the only two vehicles I ever use are the Oppressor Mark II and the Sparrow. I think both of them are amazing. The Sparrow is pretty weak, but honestly it doesn't bother me because I'm a pretty decent pilot, so it never really dies, and I really don't get into dogfights or anything like that because I don't really fight other players. But honestly, they're both great vehicles. The Oppressor Mark II, though, I think would be the best vehicle for you guys to make millions in GTA 5 Online. Anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.